Hello and welcome to Caroline's Library, where we dive into the world of manga, anime, and more. Today we are talking about Berserk. This is the definition of an epic classic that stands the test of time, so let's get right into it. Guts is a feared warrior and lone mercenary known as the Black Swordsman, and he has one purpose driving him forward. He intends to get vengeance against the God Hand, a group of demonic beings who aided in the betrayal of Guts and his companions. Fated to live a life where death is constantly in his shadow and branded with an unholy symbol that attracts evil spirits, he is forced down a dark, blood-stained path. At a super high level, the story is broken up into 3 parts: Guts' childhood, young adulthood, and adulthood. Right after the present-day Guts is introduced, the author time skips us back to Guts' childhood, where he is found as a baby and raised in a mercenary band. This kickstarts the Golden Age arc, and Guts has a truly harsh and brutal upbringing. Trained to be a mercenary and thrust into battles at a shockingly young age, he manages to survive through sheer determination and a bit of luck. As he enters his young adult years, we meet the main crew of the story as Guts is recruited into the Band of the Hawk. And this time period from childhood to young adulthood is probably my favorite part of the series, as we get to know our main characters and experience Guts' early character arc. And from the start, the author does not shy away from the cruel and ugly side of life. There are dark themes throughout Berserk, including rape, torture, and demoralizing injustice. In this grimdark world, Guts stands out as one of the most complex and enthralling characters that's ever been created. He is a deeply traumatized and haunted individual with an unyielding will to survive. He is also a protective, loyal, and caring soul, and we get glimpses into his softer side through his interactions with a few characters like Puck and Casca. And speaking of Puck and Casca, there are a variety of characters alongside Guts. My personal favorites are Judea, Puck, and the Skull Knight. Judea because of his genuine, compassionate personality and carefree attitude. Puck because his lighthearted and playful behavior adds some levity and helps to balance out Guts' intense and brooding disposition. And the Skull Knight because of his mysterious and protective actions towards Guts. With all of these character interactions, you'll also see a little bit of humor sprinkled throughout. So Berserk has an iconic main character, a plot that will instantly capture your attention, strong support characters, and vivid, detailed art that beautifully brings the story to life. And honestly, I would have been happy if Berserk had just been a grimdark mercenary story. But as we get deeper into the series, it gets more complicated with the demon advent eclipse, the heart-wrenching betrayal, and the stronger presence of the God Hand. The story had my full attention from the very beginning, but I started to struggle around the Eclipse and Lost Children chapters, where the enemy sort of feels untouchable, and Guts' goal seems insurmountable. It just hit a point where the situation was so demoralizing. But of course, Guts finds a way to move forward, and at this point, the story leans more heavily into the fantasy elements that sort of change the feel of the story now that magic appears more often. So overall, Berserk is a must-read classic with one of the best characters of all time. The grimdark, gritty world and dark themes may not be for everyone, but if you can stomach some rough scenes, I highly recommend checking out this series. Now I just need Berserk to get the anime adaptation that it deserves. Thanks for popping on to watch this review. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe for more content each week. And until next time, happy reading!